Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Tiffany, and today we are continuing our month with Marilyn with another of her most iconic films, How to Marry a Millionaire. Okay, so before we get started, I would like to shout out my Golden Star patrons. Thank you all so much for joining the Patreon squad and supporting the channel. And if you're interested in becoming a patron, I have the link in the description box below, and I have it on my banner on the channel's homepage. How to Marry a Millionaire was released in 1953, directed by Jean Negulesco, starring Marilyn Monroe, Betty Grable, and Lauren Bacall, with other notable performances by David Wayne, Rory Calhoun, Cameron Mitchell, and William Powell. Okay, so on to a quick synopsis of the film. It says 3 women set out to find eligible millionaires to marry, but will they find true love in the process? Ooh, sounds super intriguing. Okay, so at this point we are going to get into some historical background. For those of you who want to jump right onto the film reaction, go for it. But for those of you who want to stay, we're going to get right into it. With the introduction of the television in the 1950s, Hollywood really needed to step up its game to get people to come to the cinema. So, a lot of new technology was introduced into film during this time. One being a new anamorphic widescreen process called CinemaScope, which allowed for wider screen ratios, which meant that there could be more of the movie to be shown. Now, 20th Century Fox was the first studio to introduce CinemaScope to audiences, and they used it to film 2 of their new films, one being Henry Koster's The Robe, and the other being Negulesco's How to Marry a Millionaire. Now, at this point, writer and producer Nunnally Johnson was set to flesh out the screenplay for How to Marry a Millionaire, and he worked very closely with the cast to produce a quality performance from them. Now, at this time, Marilyn had just starred in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes and was proving to be very profitable for 20th Century Fox. So for this reason, Zanuck decided to cast her as the role of Pola. So for the role of Shotzi, Lauren Bacall and her husband Bogey were great friends with Nunnally Johnson and his wife, and Johnson really wanted Bacall to play the role of Shotzi, but unfortunately she had taken a 3-year break to start a family with Humphrey Bogart, so she hadn't been acting for 3 years, which in Hollywood, that is a very long time. So they had her screen test for Shotzi, and she passed it with flying colors. And then finally, Betty Grable had been the reigning blonde bombshell for 20th Century Fox and a favorite of Daryl Zanuck's. So for that reason, he decided to cast her as Loco Dempsey. Now, Grable, at this point in her career, had been coming to an end in her contract with 20th Century Fox. And at this point, she knew that she was going to be passing the crown to Miss Marilyn Monroe, which she was more than willing to do. Okay, so on to some interesting facts. So at this point, Marilyn had been so eager to learn about the craft of acting and also just improve upon her acting skills. But at the same time, she was dealing with a lot of stage anxiety and a lot of insecurity. And so for that reason, she would spend a few extra hours just, making sure that her makeup was perfect or her hair was perfect or her outfit was on point, which led her to be late to set, and that caused a lot of problems. The atmosphere behind the scenes was actually very light and very friendly. Bacall and Grable really wanted to keep everything light rather than have tension with her, which proved to be fantastic for their chemistry on screen because this film had staggering success. In fact, it made close to $8 million at the box office, which is roughly $78 million in today's money. And finally, while Gentlemen Prefer Blondes really solidified Marilyn's status as a sex symbol in the 1950s, How to Marry a Millionaire is the film that really just catapulted her into stardom. So with that being said, I'm so excited to watch this film. But before we do, y'all already know the deal. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification to stay in the loop. All right, everyone, it is time to grab your snacks, grab your drinks, and let's get into How to Marry a Millionaire. Oh, I like this orchestra. And I'm sure at this time people were just like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Oh my God, and then can you imagine watching this like in the theaters? I'm so excited to see William Powell in this. Oh my goodness. He's a little older in age now. Like, I'm so excited to see what he looks like, how he acts.
New York, New York, where millionaires and Cinderellas rendezvous at the start.
Oh, you guys know how much I absolutely love seeing people in the 1950s who are not actors, like this scene right here, and then it's colored. Again, it takes away that feeling like it's such a long time ago, because sometimes when you're watching things in black and white, it feels like it was so long ago. But the fact that it's in color and you're able to see just a little bit of the people here in this New York scene, I just feel like it really takes that old-timey feel away, and it really makes you feel like you're close to these people, or you can connect with them in a way. I don't know. That's just a personal thing, but I love it.
Oh, is Mr. Benton here yet? The agent for the apartments.
Oh, yes, miss. He's in there waiting for you now.
Thank you.
I've never seen Lauren Bacall act in a film before. I'm very excited.
Where's that lease?
Oh, I'm afraid I haven't got it with me.
Oh, never mind. You can add it. This is for 2 months. The first and the last. That's the deal, isn't it?
That's correct.
Wow, look at... like I said, you can tell that they're really trying to emphasize this cinemascope just by the set pieces that they're using, but also the way that they've kind of situated this apartment, where you get this nice wide view of the city and this open plan where you see like you're looking out into the city. It's really giving you that full picture.
Bingo.
I'll be right over.
All right, put 'em on. No men here yet.
Me? Are we really in?
Built in.
I'll call local.
Oh, she needs to wear glasses in this one. Oh, she looks fantastic with glasses on. Wow.
Look? Yes? Stop in on your way up here and pick up something for lunch for us.
I was ordering some pastrami and potato salad, and I heard Miss Dempsey explaining she only had a quarter.
Some other day, if you don't mind. Why don't you give us a ring?
I love how she just like, she's always rushing men out. She's always closing the door on them. It's hilarious.
The first rule of this proposition is that gentlemen callers have got to wear a necktie. I don't want to be snobbish about it, but if we begin with characters like that, we might just as well throw in the towel right now.
I feel like this cinemascope with the Technicolor is literally a match made in heaven, at least for the 1950s in its time, right? Because prior to this, we had like the smaller screen ratios. Technicolor still looked beautiful, right? Like just from seeing Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, it was beautiful. But to see it with a wider screen is like definitely a different movie-going experience. And like I said, I just feel like as someone watching this in the 1950s, I would have been like awe-stricken. I'd be like, oh my gosh, like this is so cool. Like this is the future, right? So cool.
I know those guys. I married one once. Last I saw of him, I stepped out of the car for a minute at a gas station and had to walk home.
Well, I'm surprised you'd ever want to get married again.
God, I swear, in the 1950s, they made smoking look so cool. Like, did you see she just whipped out that random, it looked like a candle, but it was a lighter. It was like, it looked so elegant, and she just like lit it like nothing. I know smoking is bad, and you shouldn't smoke, but man, they made it look so cool.
Tell her your idea about this apartment.
We throw everything we make into the kitty and get a little organization into this marriage caper. To be specific about it, nothing under 6 figures a year. Well, if you want to catch a mouse, you set a mousetrap.
Oh, so she's trying to make a sort of like system or like a plan to, find this wealthy man to marry. And all three of them are like, oh, okay, I get it.
I wonder who's going to pay for it.
Well, I'll tell you. The reason I called you is, what do you give me for this piano?
We might be interested in paying you, say, $2,500.
They're like, we'll take it, $2,500. I mean, it isn't their piano, but the guy's not there to claim it. Oh my God, they pawned off all of his stuff for money. Oh no.
Who's this, Miss Page? Reason I called, I was wondering if you wouldn't have dinner with me some night. What about Thursday night?
Listen, Mr. Brookman, you're wasting your time on this number. Don't call it again, will you?
Lauren Bacall sounds very different than what I thought she was going to sound like. She has like a deeper, sultry voice. and it really works for her, right? But it's weird because I've only seen pictures of her, so it's weird to like see her actually talk in a movie. It's very interesting because she definitely doesn't sound like what I thought.
You think we'll ever be able to get this job off the ground?
It isn't always easy to find out right away how much they're worth or if they're married or not. They're looking like you're prying into their private affairs.
It is so strange to me that she was like dealing with all this stage fright and all this performance anxiety, and then she comes on screen and it's like it all melts away. Like she's just this super confident woman who just knows what to do when she's on camera. It's so fascinating. It's like reading about her stage anxiety and seeing her on stage. She's like two different people.
Thanks.
Oh, it's William Powell.
This is... I'm sorry, what did you say your name was?
Hanley, J.D. Hanley.
Oh my god, he's still so handsome. Oh my god, he aged like a fine wine, y'all.
There's a little organization that I'm a member of, the Oil Institute. We're having a little informal reception tonight. Now, if you young ladies would honor us with your presence, I'm sure you'd make us all very happy indeed.
Oh my god, I can't believe that this is William Powell. He looks so good. He still has that, like, you know, I feel like I talked about this in a previous video, but about like men from the 30s or actors from the 30s, they just bring this sort of like swag or like je ne sais quoi. Like there's something about them that's so debonair and so elegant. They bring that with them into these, you know, newer films, but he looks fantastic, aged like a fine wine. Oh my god, it's William Powell. That's so cool.
Then it's a deal?
I'd love
Oh,
it.
absolutely
That's
going to
wonderful.
that.
I'll pick you up along about 8:30, if that's all right. Well, thank you very much, ladies. You've already made my trip to New York worthwhile.
Oh my god, I love him. I am in love with William Powell. It doesn't matter how old he is. I'm in love with him. I mean, I know he's no longer with us, but I'm in love with him. Oh, that pink dress is stunning
Table
on
for
her.
two, Philip?
Certainly, madam. Good evening. Two, please.
Oh, and
This
Marilyn
way,
in that
please.
purple. And she can't see
This way.
for her
I'm
life.
so sorry.
I wonder what it was like the pre-production of a film shot in CinemaScope. I wonder what that process was like, because I feel like they kind of had a new process to kind of navigate through and like figure out how are we going to have the actors set and what set piece looks good where and how should we have the camera. Like I just wonder what process that was, because I feel like that would have been so cool to kind of sit in and just listen to that creative process.
Did you say you were alone here?
I think Ella has seen 5 shows in the last 3 days. Ella's my daughter.
Oh, really?
Ooh, he's single.
Is Mrs. Merrill here with you?
There is no Mrs. Merrill, and I live in New York. Does that clear the situation?
He's single too. I wonder what happened to his eye. But I kind of love that she's paired with like she can't see without her glasses and he has one eye. I think that's kind of hilarious.
Are you married?
Do you know how many females were at my house when I left there tonight? My wife.
Ah,
Her
he's
sister
married.
was divorced, and I don't blame the guy for a second.
I kind of like that they're cutting like all 3 of these women's dates. It kind of feels like one of those scenes where like in a film when they're doing like speed dating and it's like really quick edits where you just see like the number of people going, you know. So I kind of like that they edited this where we're seeing 3 different conversations and they keep rotating. I think that's kind of cool the way they did that.
But I've got that all fixed now. I've got me a lodge up in Maine.
Simply adore him.
I'm going up there Friday afternoon.
Simply adore him.
So in the last video, I spoke a little bit about how Zanuck was thinking about casting Betty Grable as Lorelei Lee. And as I'm watching this is the first time I've seen her in a film. As I'm watching this, I kind of wonder what she would have brought to the role of Lorelei Lee, because I could definitely see her playing the role, though I feel like obviously Marilyn did a fantastic job in that role. I just think it would have been cool to see what Betty Grable would have brought to the character, you know, with her own style too.
We're leaving Friday afternoon.
Leaving for where?
His lodge in Maine.
Are you out of your mind?
I like lodges.
Well, you can't go. It's a violation of the whole idea, and you know it.
The music that they're using behind this scene is the music from Singing in the Rain. The montage where they're showing you the talkies, and it's like Do 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 do. That one. That they're using that song underneath this scene. That's crazy. All that cattle. All that money. Cattle and oil. That's funny.
I'll take that and 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 charge it.
And charge it. Could you imagine? Oh my god, just going into like Tiffany and Co. Like being like, I want that and that and that and that and that too. Just being able to just choose it and grab it and go. Oh my god. It's a golden airplane. Wow. Look at all the colors. Those blues and purples are striking. Wow.
It's an old custom of the East to make the stranger feel welcome.
You can tell him from me, I think he's simply a doll. And I couldn't be crazier about these old Eastern customs.
Wow. It's a lot of treasures. And she's dreaming about a hot dog. Oh. I love her. That's hilarious.
What are you gonna do? Mother him?
I don't think a mother's exactly what Mr. Hanley has in mind.
Our first we call Rainbow Over the Everglades.
Oh my god, we're doing a fashion show. Oh, I love these in films where we get to see like different outfits, like in Singing in the Rain, where that whole musical number where we saw the different outfits. Oh, I absolutely love fashion shows.
You know, of course, that diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Oh,
And
diamonds are a girl's best
is our proof of it.
I wonder if that was like kind of like poking fun at Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. I don't know, but that was cool. Oh, she looks fantastic in that. But what would you wear it with? Is that like a dress or like a swimsuit? I kind of like the shawl she was wearing. And then that arm cuff. I love the cape.
Look at you.
That
Which
was
converts
cute.
into a one.
Oh, and it comes with like a little short. Okay, I see you. Super cute. Betty Grable is in her late 30s at this point, and she looks fantastic. Though the late 30s is not that old, all right? I'm not gonna make it seem like it's old, but come on. I mean, she looks fantastic. She looks like she's in her 20s, like at least her legs and her body. She looks fantastic.
This is an afternoon tea dress, which plunges in
Pretty.
the back rather
Ooh,
than the
she
front.
notices Brookman.
Made of imported print
She's
and
like, I
sheer,
know you.
Parasol to match.
Oh, he's looking at her up and down. Look at him. I would be so nervous.
Hard-hearted Hannah is a
Okay,
Palm
with the
Beach
pants?
stroller consisting
That's
of
cute.
mustard crash pants and a shirt-tail blouse of gray and white silk.
Also, does it come with the puppy? Because if it does, I'm buying the whole thing.
Next, we have double frozen daiquiris, a beach costume of sleek
Double
blue
frozen
pants of
daiquiris?
fine wool with a wraparound of tie silk.
I love the arm cuffs. Oh yeah, definitely see the Egyptian influence. That's cute.
South of the border is Mexican braised.
Oh my god, with the capri romper off the
and
shoulder.
a payon straw
Stop.
hat.
I'd be rocking that. With some flip-flops or some gladiator shoes. Please. They're not even sitting together? Why did she go on this trip with this man? He is married.
You're not the regular driver, are you? No, sir. Pa's a regular driver.
Certainly is a funny place for it.
Funny place for what?
A convention.
Yeah, just by the vibe of this, I feel like this trip is going to be real dull. Because they don't really seem to be, like, super excited to be in each other's company.
What's this?
The lodge, naturally.
This house?
I'm noticing that they're interchanging interior shots with exterior shots, just surely by the way of the lighting. But I feel like I'm watching a film from the 70s. And I wonder if that's because of the Technicolor. And again, like how it just feels like it's not as far away as, you know, what it might feel like with black and white. But I feel like I'm watching a film from the 70s when I see the exterior shots of this scene. It's very strange.
You said it was a lodge, didn't you?
I did, and it is.
Then where are the members? Like the Elks Lodge.
Is that what you really thought this was?
But naturally, what else?
Oh, wow. They had two different ideas of this trip. He's all angry.
Sorry about all this, Miss Dempsey. If you'll just be patient, I'll try to get you out of here as soon as I possibly can. And meanwhile, maybe you like a little music.
Meanwhile, maybe I'd like a little poison, too.
She's like, I want to get out of here. What have I signed up for?
I've got a fever. Call a doctor immediately.
What are you talking about?
I've got a fever, I tell you. Whenever rum smells like a carnation, I've got a fever.
There's a thermometer outside the door. Well, get it.
I feel sad because I feel like she's kind of now stuck in this situation with this man who she knows absolutely nothing about. Like, literally they just met once, and then now she's on this random trip with him in this random lodge in Maine. Like, I feel kind of scared for her a little bit.
Ma? So what's it a sign of when a girl is shivering and shaking and has a temperature of 102? Okay, thanks, Ma.
Can we quickly talk about the driver? He is very handsome with, like, the blue eyes and the dark features. I see you, boo. I see you.
You got nothing to worry about. But what is it? Measles.
She has measles?
Measles?
And I've got nothing to worry about. She'll be as good as new in a week or two.
A week or two? So now she's stuck in this lodge with this man whom she knows nothing about, complete stranger, in this random lodge in Maine, and she has measles, and now she has to stay there for a week or two? That's scary, dude.
Hi, Mike.
Well, for goodness sakes, how are you, Mr. Denmark? I thought you were in Europe.
I was. I'm a little jam with the income tax department, and I need your help.
Anything you want, sir.
Oh, that's the man who owns the apartment. He's kind of shady, actually. I told you, they pawned all his stuff off. Random safe behind all the clothes. Oh, and they're back. Oh, no. Hot dogs and a corsage. What? Absolutely nothing to eat in the apartment. No furniture. I'd be like, what are these women doing in this apartment?
Do you believe in love at first sight? Well, I don't. Not at my age, anyway. Now, we might be able to support this difference for another 4 or 5 years, perhaps. What happens when I'm truly old?
I like how his character is very matter of fact. Like, he's not like, if you take like Piggy, right, from Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, where he's very like up in the air, you know, like going after this woman and not really thinking about the fact that he's married or that he's much older than her. But in this film, JD is like coming to the later years of his life. He's like not really a dreamer or like a hopeless romantic. He's very matter of fact. And I really, really like that in his character, but I also like how William Powell is portraying him. Oh!
Thank you very much.
That's all right.
She immediately goes for her glasses, poor thing.
I'm afraid so.
You will. Nighty-night.
She's not even afraid of him. I guess, yeah, it makes sense because, like, they're all just trying to find a man, right? So it's not weird that there's like a man there. So, yeah, I get it. That makes sense.
But what I'm trying to tell you, J.D., is that I've always liked older men. Look at Roosevelt. Look at Churchill. Look at that old fellow, what's his name, an African Queen. Absolutely crazy about him.
Oh! That old fella in African Queen. She's talking about Humphrey Bogart, her husband. Oh my god, that's so funny. Ooh, they're skiing. I'd be so afraid to ski. Oh, she's skiing with the driver. I'm telling you, he's real handsome. Also, it looks like she got over the measles pretty quickly here.
Why, you...
Ooh! Oh no, she's fallen for the driver. This is beautiful. I love these exterior shots. And then again in the CinemaScope where you get to see this entire mountainside and it's in Technicolor and oh, it's so beautiful.
It's all mine from the crest of that second ridge to the north there, all the way around as far as the eye can see to the west, and back around that way to just beyond Old Baldy.
Oh, so he's like rich? What?
Isn't that what they call timber?
Best in the world.
Well, what do you know about that?
She's like, well, what do you know?
It's the most beautiful sight in the whole world.
She wasn't even looking for a man, and she found one, and he happens to have money. Ooh, and he's really handsome.
Show me again how much is yours.
Well, from the crest of that second ridge to the north there, all the way around to the west.
Just like, show me again. Just so I can make sure. Okay, so we got one down, 2 more to go.
One went to work, one went to look at the bank, and the other one's still with the Elks.
All his furniture is back because JD bought it back for Shotzi. Oh my god, she's back.
Hello? Oh, hello.
I think it's so hilarious that she doesn't freak out that there's this random guy in like a trench coat, a fedora and shades, like super shady looking guy just roaming in and out of this apartment. She's like, oh, she's not here yet. Do you want to wait? I'd be like, who are you? And what are you doing in this apartment?
Sorry, darling. Just one of Shotzi's friends just popped in to say hello.
There's a very good flight from Atlantic City, from LaGuardia Airport at 5
He doesn't even
p.m.
need the he doesn't even need the eye patch. He is shady, dude. He is not who he says he is.
Fasten your seatbelt,
Oh, that's the guy. He wears glasses.
Well, I'll be darned.
Pardon?
She literally can't see. Oh my god. I think that's so funny.
Didn't you bring your glasses?
What glasses?
Don't you wear glasses?
Oh, damn me, no. Whatever gives you that idea?
Because you can't see. You're literally reading that book backwards.
What is it, astigmatism?
No, just blind as a bat.
Me too.
Oh, really? Then why aren't you wearing glasses?
It's like, how blind are you? Oh my god.
Men aren't attentive to girls who wear glasses.
Did you ever try it? You brought them with you, didn't you?
Yes.
Then why don't you put them on and find out for yourself?
Oh my god, they're so cute. They like work. Because they both wear glasses, and then I kind of like the fact that he's a little bit more like serious and she's a little bit more like playful. Like their character dynamic really works together. They're super cute.
Go ahead, put them on.
She's like, I can see
You're
you.
crazy.
No.
You look better with them on.
So like, you look better with them on. And they both wear glasses. That's so romantic.
You know, what happened was this. I sent this check to this fellow, this tax expert. But instead of paying the tax, he cashed the check and put the money in his own pocket.
Well, why are you going to Atlantic City?
Who's going to Atlantic City?
Oh my god, she boarded the wrong plane. She boarded the wrong plane. Probably because she couldn't see it because she wasn't wearing her glasses. Oh my god, that is hilarious.
Are you kidding?
Of course not. We should be in Kansas City in about 20 minutes. Why?
Just one of those things.
But in a way, it was perfect because she met him. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, that was so cute.
This is a shack. But if you're so rich, why couldn't you build yourself a bigger one?
Well, that's a good one. Where on earth did you get that idea?
Didn't you say they were yours?
But I don't even own a bush.
Oh my god, so he doesn't have any money. He meant like it's his to watch. Oh my goodness.
If only you told me.
I told you. I told you the first day we went skiing. I told you then. That's what I was, a ranger.
I just thought you meant you came from Texas.
I was gonna say, Rory Calhoun kind of looks a little, he reminds me a little bit of Zac Efron. I think it might be because of his features, but there was a moment in that scene where he smiled and immediately I was like, he reminds me of Zac Efron.
Can we rent a car in Portland?
Suppose so.
It'll probably be pretty expensive, but I think it's the safest way not to be seen by anybody.
Oh, this man wanting to be seen. Or not wanting to be seen. Man, they're going so fast on that snow.
Whenever a person pulls a rock and skins out of it, they ought to do something nice for the injured party, don't you think?
For instance?
How about doing something nice for your daughter? Why don't you inherit her again?
I'm sorry, that's quite out of the question.
This guy is a total jerk. Like, he disinherits his daughter because she's marrying a man he doesn't approve of. He's taking a woman to a lodge in Maine, knowing good and well that he is married to another woman. He's just, like, kind of a jerk.
Mother Nature never had to deal with a gigolo.
And what else, pray, were you trying to be?
The difference between the two situations should be quite obvious, even to you.
That is crazy. He literally is doing the same thing that he's accusing his daughter's fiancé of. This man is a jerk.
George Washington Bridge? What are we doing way over there?
It's just another example of the use of intelligence in a situation like this. Man is still the master of his own fate.
He doesn't even realize that he's literally being, like, followed by the cops. Oh, that's terrible. And now they're gonna identify him. That's what he gets. He's such a jerk. Oh my god, there's like a whole group of people. Oh, they have cameras. Oh no. Are they reporters? Oh no. Oh my god. That's so funny.
This is George Washington Bridge Week, and the city of New York extends its hearty congratulations to the happy couple driving the 50 millionth car across our noble edifice.
What are the odds that they're the 50 millionth car to drive over George Washington Bridge, and he wanted to remain unseen? Oh, that's hilarious. That's what he gets. He was a jerk.
Hello?
Miss Page?
It's you again.
2 more, Mac. Well done.
Slap a little chili on
Oh,
that
so
one.
she finally said yes to him. I mean, the way that he was looking at her at that dress shop, I would have said yes to him too.
The trouble with you is you're strictly a hamburger with onions, dame, and won't admit it.
I wonder how long it took you to work that one out. Ketchup.
Oh my god, that's not even Heinz. What ketchup are you using if it's not even Heinz ketchup? What are you even doing with yourself right now?
It's no use, Tommy boy. Just as soon as I finish this horse burger, I never want to see you again. Hello?
How about taking a look at Miss Liberty today?
Well,
She literally said she was never going to see him again. Look, they're going out again.
I don't care what you say, is that if you're not loaded, you've already got 2 strikes on you.
I already said okay. What else do you want me to say about it?
As soon as we get off this barge, I never want to see you again.
Random trivia, all right? What island is the Statue of Liberty on? Let me know in the comment box below, and then I will reply to you, and I'll tell you the answer. No cheating.
Tonight?
No.
No. And they're kissing! Oh my goodness. I knew she was into him.
Just as soon as we get home, I never want to see you.
He's like, shut up. Oh, she's in love with him.
May I come in?
There's JD.
May I change my mind?
Yes.
Ooh! So now he's gonna marry her? She's getting all that money. All that cheddar.
You know how much he's worth?
How much?
30 mil. Well, what about you? Where have you been all this time?
Oh, I went back to Maine. To tell you the truth, I got married up there.
She got married to the ranger. Oh, so she doesn't even care about the fact that he doesn't have money. She just got married to him because she loves him. That is so sweet.
He's got a little house on top of a mountain, and they keep a lookout for fires, so all those trees don't burn down.
You mean he's a kind of fireman?
She's like so astounded. She's like, you married a fireman? That is so funny.
Wouldn't you like to meet him?
Oh, sure. Is he here?
I'll get him.
She's so excited to show her husband. That is so sweet. I love that she's like not afraid, like even though he doesn't have money and he like works a commoner's job, if you will. She's still so proud to like show him off and be his wife. Like that's so cute. That is so romantic.
Are you Shotzi? Congratulations, honey. We read about it on the plane. I think it's just creamy.
It's just
You know how much he's
creamy.
got?
How much?
50 mil.
50 mil. I thought she just said he had 30 mil.
Where have you been?
Kansas City? That's where Freddie and I got married.
You mean you married that crowbar?
Well, not Stuart. I married Freddie.
Freddie? Who he?
Who he? She's like, who he?
Then he went up to break this guy's neck, but his glasses fell off.
Whose glasses?
Freddie's.
You mean he's blind too?
Blinder than me.
And she couldn't be happier. That's so sweet.
I think we better get started, Shotzi. Some of the kids are beginning to foam over.
She looks so sad. Because she knows good and well that she's not marrying the man she wants to marry.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered together here.
Please.
What's the matter, dear?
My ankle. Can you take me back?
Her ankle. No. She just doesn't want to get married to a man she doesn't love. She wants Mr. Brookman.
Have I hit you very bad?
He's like, don't sweat it.
You have. But I'll recover.
I love that he's not like angry at her for not marrying him, or like he's not this hopeless romantic that's like, just love me please, I'm so alone and I need love. Like, he's very matter of fact. He's like, you didn't want to marry me? All right, that's fine. You know, disappointments happen. You kind of get used to it with age. Let's just move forward. Like, he's just so matter of fact. And then coupled with like the debonair je ne sais quoi that he brings from the 1930s.
Did you see what those two goofballs turned up with?
They love him, don't they?
Drooling. All four of them.
And who is your young man?
What young man?
The man you're in love with. It's like, I'm not an idiot, I know.
Did you tell her about me? Of course not. So far as she knows, you're still hustling a gas pump. I don't believe it.
Oh, I knew he had money. I knew he had money. And she literally has no idea that this man that she's in love with is literally loaded. Oh, this is so great.
Just what would you estimate your fortune at?
Oh, about 200 million, I should imagine.
Oh, that's not enough. Might that all be in cash?
$200 million? Okay, so so $200 million in today's money is roughly $2 billion. This man is worth $2 billion. And they're all just sitting there like, they're all just sitting there thinking that he's totally joking.
Give me the check, Max.
Yes, I'm going to Illinois.
Yeah, bring it up. We have...
Oh. Look at all that money. Look at that fat stack that he just pulled out. Oh my god, that's $1,000. Oh, that's $1,000 bill. And they literally all just fainted. As soon as he pulled that out, they were done.
To our wives.
Gentlemen, to our wives. Wow, that was fantastic. What an ending. Absolutely the best ending I've seen thus far on this channel. That was hilarious. Like, as soon as he pulled out that fat stack of cash, they were just done. And she had no idea. Oh my god, so funny. Wow, yeah, what a great film. It was so fun to watch. I love, okay, the CinemaScope with the Technicolor was so beautiful to watch. I just really loved, like, what it brought to the film. It gave it that extra oomph, right? Because you have now more that you're looking at the screen. And then I noticed that they had some shots where they were like showing like longer shots of like the airplane engines, or, you know, the exterior shots of Maine. I don't know if that was actually Maine, but that exterior shots of those scenes. So yeah, I really liked that they kind of showed a little bit more there just to really accentuate the CinemaScope. I think that was really cool. Marilyn in this was fantastic. Again, we're really seeing her versatility as an actor. Like, she brought something very different to this role, apart from Lorelei Lee or apart from, you know, Rose Loomis. She was still Marilyn. You still got the sense that she had the Marilyn persona on, but I feel like it was a little bit more refined in this film. Lauren Bacall was so good in this movie too. This is the first time I've seen her act in anything, but she was funny. I thought she did a really good job with Shotzi. And then Betty Grable, there's something about her that was so like, you could tell she was just the type of person that when you were around her, you just kind of felt like you were home. You felt like you were with, you know, your best friend from your childhood. Like, she just gave off that. So I really loved these three women in this film, and their roles were so distinct, but their chemistry was amazing. You really got the sense that they were these three friends who were looking for these millionaires to marry. Yeah, overall, this movie was so lighthearted, romantic. It was fun. Definitely refreshing from, you know, some of the romantic comedies we see nowadays. So I think overall, I'm going to give this one, I think I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I think it was super cute, lighthearted. I would definitely recommend it to people who wanted, you know, like something old to watch, but also something refreshing to watch. Yeah, that was really fun. Thank you guys so much for recommending it. All right, everyone, that does it for this video. As always, if you liked it as much as I did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification to stay in the loop. All right, everyone, so in the next video, we are going to be watching one of Marilyn's more dramatic roles, which I'm very excited for. We are going to be watching River of No Return. If you haven't seen River of No Return, I suggest you check it out either in its entirety or a quick synopsis of it online, and then come back with all your movie insights and your movie facts, and we're going to talk about it in the comments. I'm so excited. If you have any suggestions or any recommendations, go ahead and check out that recommendation form. I have it linked in the description box below. Also, it is on my banner on the channel's homepage. And as always, you can recommend in the comments. I know that some of you like to kind of talk about your recommendations, so please feel free to continue recommending in the comments. If you want to know of any changes or updates to the schedule throughout the week, follow me on Instagram at MammaMiaTiffany. Thank you to the subscribers and to the viewers. Y'all honestly make this experience so much fun. Please, everyone, stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Bye, everybody.